Alright, another quick video. I ordered 3 more clamp tools. So I got this one. As you can see, just a cheapy one, but it's sort of an offset. Looks like it actually grabs the edges are pretty sharp. So this one is mainly for, as you can see, it holds pretty well on this one. Mainly for where you have tight spaces, and I had one of those where it was really tight and I couldn't get anything in there, so I picked it up. It was pretty cheap, again, of Amazon. I also got this one. They look a lot smaller on the picture. There's another one that keeps coming up. It's a white one with some screws all over the place. I thought I'd get this one since I thought it was a little different. I thought it was sheet metal, but it's actually aluminum. As you can see, it's pretty thick, but these are pretty nice. They're square, so you can see this is a quarter, no, not a quarter, 3/8 drive. And so far on this one, it also looks like it grabs pretty well so far. Let me get it right here, just with my fingers, so you can see. So that will probably work, since you need to sometimes crimp it really hard. And that crappy one that I had, this one, I didn't have enough for, even when I went all the way in, it was just not crimping enough. So you can see it even bent itself up. And I shaved them a little bit to give it more room here. But because this one didn't work, I also ordered another one of the bigger ones with the openings here. But I want to kind of get a couple more just to, so you can see this is ABN, just to see what works better. Now, I'm not doing a lot of these, but I do have another 2 boots to install on that, what was it, the Mazda 3 axle that I swapped a long time ago. The reason I didn't do it at the time, I didn't have the tools, so we just swapped it, and I kept the axle on for the driver's side because I knew it was good. It was just the boot, but I didn't have any of this tools. Now, this one compared to this one, you can see the difference. This one is a lot heavier metal here. I mean, this one's pretty thin. Let me see if I can get a good close up there. So there is a difference. Look how thick that is. If I can get that in there. So there are differences. And the reason I got this one is because it doesn't have this funky moving piece over here. It sort of slides right here. See, when you open it, it goes down, and then it closes to the two ends right there. So that's kind of different. Let me see. Open that. So when you grab it, and they are sharper. So if you grab it, it also grabs pretty well. If I can see the camera here, it's a little higher, so I kind of can't see it. So this one seems to work well, but sometimes you can't get enough leverage on that. I mean, this one's the same length. It's about the same length, yep. But you can definitely see that this one is much, much thicker than this one here. I mean, look at that difference there. I can put it on the right side here. Part of the mount is covering the my camera or the screen, so that's why I can't quite see it all. But hopefully that shows you the difference. I mean, look at that. That's pretty thick compared to that. So live and learn, and that's definitely different right there. So that's definitely a lot more beefier, which is gonna replace this. This is just going in the trash. So, and then I can keep it in the same place here where the other one was because it's the same length. So that's good. Um, and then this one looks pretty nice because you just use the 3/8, and these things are pretty thick too. So you can see, obviously, this is a different design, but the sides here are pretty you can tell already just by looking at it. They're pretty beefy. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. But see how different this one works. When you open it, then you can get in there, and yeah, it's not like sliding down like the other one. So that's a big difference. And then, so this two are definitely beefier, and this is pretty heavy actually. I thought it was stamped steel from the pictures on Amazon. The handle comes off. Nothing there, just a regular handle. I do wish this was a light color, but you know, you're gonna be getting grease all over it, so it doesn't matter. I just like the light color just so I can find the tools a little quicker. But this is big enough, so it's not a big deal. This one is, this is what I thought this was, like stamped steel like this from the pictures. You can see it. But this one is definitely, you can feel it's a lot cheaper, kind of like this one. But it's also thicker, as you can see here. This is just a little thicker. This one's thicker than that, quite a bit. So I think even though it feels kind of, you know, just stamped steel on the handle, I think it'll work because the teeth here, they're right next to it, and they seem to grab pretty close as well. So I mean, not a big deal. It was just really cheap, so that's why I picked that up. And I want to try the other ones. Just kind of have more than one tool that I could do it. I mean, obviously I can do it with the regular pliers that I had, but the reason I wanted these is because I want this to get squished down a little bit too, because when it's all the way, you know, when you crimp it and it just comes up and you're trying to work on it, so you can, like, you know, catch your fingers on it and actually cut yourself. So that's the reason I wanted to try something that would just like crimp it and at the same time push it down, so it, you know, hopefully that'll work. Obviously with this one that might not be the case. With this one, yeah, you can still do that. I keep forgetting which side is which because they look similar. So obviously the rivets is probably the easiest way to tell, but even this one seems to hold pretty well, as you can see right there. And I just like that it's not letting it go up too far. So there you go. Just another quick tool video which I wanted to show you because I did struggle with this one. Look at it. It's all flimsy. I mean, this is the first time I'm using this tool, so definitely a big difference. This one, it's not flimsy, pretty thick, but obviously I'm just going over and over, and this one is still good, but you can't get too much leverage, so it's hard to crimp, especially these included harder ones. It's hard to crimp them with this. I mean, it does work, but it takes a lot more strength, so hopefully these will help much better. But this one's still good for like clamps, small clamps and stuff, to remove those. I like this one. It didn't break on me. It still looks pretty good so far. But other than that, you know, you get one that may not be the best one, but everything else seems to be okay. So live and learn. But there you go. Just a couple of extra things I want to show you and give you a close-up of that so you can see. I didn't show you too much on this one. It's just a it says 6 millimeters on there, so you can just open it that far, which I know I will never need something like that big for a big clamp. But yeah, this one's pretty hefty. It's solid aluminum almost, except for the holes there. But yeah, it's pretty heavy even with those cutouts. It's pretty hefty, which is nice. If I need more strength, I can just use that and finish it off. Well, I hope that helps.